Welcome, Scorpio, to your weekly love reading for May 14th to the 20th of 2018. Now, let's tap into what's going on with you. Let's see the theme and overall energy for you that you might experience for Scorpio, May 14th to the 20th. A lot of you are just definitely frustrated by someone or something that you can't really change. You may yearn for a change. You want something to shift in a positive way. Others of you are not ready to end a relationship or marriage just yet. How you feel or how you think about someone, the things that they've said, the things that they've done, what you've done, arguing back and forth about who did what, taking responsibility. That energy is heavy this week, so a lot of you are a bit frustrated about something. You're in your mind, you're in your head, and your heart could be a bit broken and torn. All right. Now, the energy of person is coming towards you. Energy of person coming towards Scorpio. Well, yeah, they're hurt too, right? And this is extremely hurt because you're either not speaking, or the things that they might have to say or feel like they can't help but to say and reveal to you is they could be restricted because they're dealing with someone else, and they're not really able to kind of move your way because they're kind of held back or feeling like they're held hostage in someone else's arms, house, or whatever it might be, a marriage or relationship. And I feel if it's not someone else, it's just you two going through just a separation due to some tense issues, so they're heartbroken too. All right, now let's see the energy of your response. How might you respond? How might you respond, Scorpio? Stress. Yep. Stress, holding on, still holding on to something that's unhealthy, maybe a marriage, guilt, frustration, trying to do a whole bunch of different things. I feel like a lot of you could be in a relationship or marriage where you're not wanting to be there any longer, and you don't let your partner know. Maybe intuitively, say for some, your partner senses that marriage or relationship is over. It should be over. It should have been over. But you stay. You still do what you have to do. You work a lot. You might be providing for your partner, but your partner is not really helping you and the situation by staying there or staying at home. It just depends there. But I feel like there is a lot of stress there. All right. Now, your advice, Scorpio. Your advice for the week is to, now a lot of times I see this as communication this way. This is not communicating. A lot of you may be running away from a discussion, not really wanting to be bothered, running away from any kind of confrontation because you're not wanting to discuss. So put your cards on the table or really look at what's been placed on the table, because it could be too painful for you to look at and kind of absorb. So I feel here it tells you to don't run away from what's going on. Maybe walk away from it, take your time. The running away from it could have you eventually face it once again if you try to run too far and think you've ran away from your own shadow, but it's always going to be there. It's always going to catch up to you eventually. So I feel like you have to go through what you need to go through, whether it's healing, take some time apart if it is, but this is like quietly stepping away, or sometimes you have that negative self-talk and you're not even talking to your partner, but you're building up that tension, and it's like you might explode at some point. So a lot of frustration maybe with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that's there. And let's see the outcome for Scorpio. What's the outcome? Well, Seven of Swords is in reverse, and I believe Aries had this, and then Taurus had this when I was shuffling in the pre-shuffle, but that didn't come out again. But I feel like that's a story. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or an Aries, any sign for that matter. But I feel here is you're facing the reality about something once again, because not only did Scorpio receive this many times, but some kind of truth is coming out from someone where maybe you thought that you knew more than you knew about someone, but truth is that it was deeper, or that your intuition was telling you right. Sometimes you could have put your trust into someone and it was all for naught, so it just depends there. Some of you could have been being caught in an act and you're needing to move away from someone else, but we'll see why that might be there. So let's clarify the Ten of Swords in reverse for Scorpio. King of Swords. Yep. stating your truth, stating the facts, keeping your boundaries, and making sure that you aren't really falling too deep when it comes to emotions. You have a lot of sword cards, so if anything, you'll be thinking a lot this week. You may or may not communicate as much. It just depends. If you're forced to, that person is not going to like it. You're not going to like that either. So I feel it's best for you to kind of maybe, step away quietly. But if you need to communicate some things, express how you feel. All right. I think that's good, so that you don't kind of internalize everything and then break down inside. And let's see, clarify the Three of Swords for your partner or person coming towards you. Clarify the Three of Swords. I mean, the energy of person coming towards you. Clarify the Three of Swords. And this is another water sign showing up: Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And that person, this could be literally them. They're showing up in the upright position, but they're thinking about you. You're on their mind, and I feel like they've been someone who's been trying to do right by you. You could have hurt this person for a long time. It could be scars, deep scars that might be there. Others of you, it's that person is dealing with someone else. Could be a water sign, anybody else who's been kind to them, but they're moving on from that person, and still the thoughts of that person still dealing with someone else or their ex-partner is bothering you. It's on your mind, and you don't like to even think about that because that's the reality of it, but you're still having to not be emotional about the situation because you know that it's not right energetically for you or that other person to still be intertwining the energy. So be careful with that. And then the Seven of Swords in reverse for Scorpio. Let's see. What about the Seven of Swords in reverse for Scorpio? King of Pentacles. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 people showing up. It's a marriage. This could be friends. It could be anyone that's interfering in your marriage or relationship. Others of you, this may be partly due to financial issues. Someone having to save up money, put in hard work so that they can move on and leave a particular marriage or relationship. That could be something that's there, and it could be an earth sign. And let's see, clarify the King of Pentacles for clarify Seven of Swords again in reverse for Scorpio. Yep, the Queen of Wands is in reverse, so this is in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that's showing up. So you have all the elements showing up. 4 different people showing up, or 5, all right? Many of them seem to be coming out in a good position, but this Queen of Wands, who's a fire sign, maybe someone that you're dealing with who could have been manipulating somebody else. It could be an air sign that's been involved in a situation. It could be like a lawyer trying to paramediate certain situation or whatever it might be. Family members, friends, but I feel like there's a lot going on, and I feel like there's some kind of truth coming out about you needing to move on from someone. Some kind of truth that's coming out this week, and it just depends on what you are personally going through. Everybody's going through something different. Many people are going through identical situations, and you'll be surprised. So it just depends there. All right, so money, and then some kind of like infidelity or something like that, and then healing from those thoughts and issues. So let's see, one card for Scorpio for May 14th to the 20th. Whoa. Soulmate. It says yes, this is your soulmate, and this could be someone that you've been with for a long time, a while now, and you've learned some lessons from them, and now you're needing to move on into something new, a new relationship. But you're still healing. You're still in. There's a lot of pain on your mind about that particular person, and a lot of you are moving into a newer soulmate. You not only have just one. You could have more, multiple. It just depends on what time it is in your life, and if you've learned from that, if you needed to experience more, and only the universe and God usually assign those people to us. So that's going to be a reading. I do hope that the messages did help you out. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.